All right, we back with another episode of Critical Perspective. I got a different guest on here. My dude, Mark Fair. How you doing, bro?
Doing good, brother. Thank you for having me on the show, man. Appreciate it, dog.
Nah, of course, bro. I know we met through a mutual friend and stuff, bro, and I know you big in sports. So I wanted to make sure I had you on here. It's a new show, a new platform. We real easy going. You know what I'm saying? Not too many. Well, we do analytics and stats, but we not extra heavy on it right now. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get the feel of things and, have fun with it, bro. You feel me?
Yeah, there's a lot. It's a lot going on in the sports world right now. Not just about the stats, just about the culture, just about influence and just about just mental health and all that stuff. So there's a lot going on in the sports industry right now. So it's fun times to watch basketball. Football playoffs about to happen. So it's lit right now.
Yeah. Yeah, and bro, let me ask you a question. Because I don't know. I was talking to my last guest, my bro Sage, about this. Do you feel like, I don't know, I feel like sports, I don't know if it's because I'm older, I don't know if it's because what I'm saying is true, but does this seem like, I feel like sports feels bigger than it ever has. Is that, would you disagree or would you agree? What you think?
I would agree because of the enhancement of social media. I think sports are sports is promoted in different elements now. I think when we was growing up as kids, we didn't have Instagram, we didn't have like the TikTok, we didn't have Twitter. We really didn't know um like celebrities being at the sports games. You know what I'm saying? Besides it being on TV, I mean, there's a lot of celebrities at sports games now. I feel like it's more of like a show now more than sports.
And a lot
You
of
can
and
agree.
a lot of celebrities trying to be athletes with the celebrity boxing and shit, right?
Yeah, like it's crazy, man, because they had they interviewed this little girl, man, at the Kansas City Chiefs game, and she and they said they asked her who's your favorite player. She said Taylor Swift. I'm like, oh my god, that
Oh,
is crazy, bro.
dang.
Yeah, that was crazy. So I think it's just more of the aspect of sports being promoted in different elements. I think sports betting has had an influence on sports as well. Um,
Yeah.
I think more people are more in tune with sports because they got money, on the games, and it makes them watch it more. We grew up in a different era. We had different athletes coming up, and during our middle school and high school. But it's great to see not just basketball but football and baseball is transitioning into the next generation, like the John Morants. Like I see kids that got screensavers of John Morant. We had screensavers of LeBron and Kobe or
Right.
whatever the case may be. So
Right.
just having that generational switch is
Yeah.
really cool to see when you up and stuff.
I feel that. I feel that. All right, well, let's not waste too much time. Let's jump right in. I'm a big Dallas Cowboy fan. We going into the postseason.
Yeah,
Don't laugh at me too bad. We going into the
yeah,
postseason. Um, Everybody was surprised at the Miami loss. I'm not so surprised at it. Me personally, I can go on and list all the comparisons,
yeah,
but I think that as far as skill, I think that Miami is up there when it comes to when it comes to the receiving core and the running back core. I feel like they're up there with the 49ers, which is why we lost that game.
yeah.
Um, but what do you think are what do you think Dallas's biggest challenges are going into the postseason? If it's whether it's the mental slump that we have to get over, whether it's just downright being outplayed, what do you think is the biggest challenge for us?
I really think it's the mental slump. It's getting over the hump and getting those bad memories out your mind. Because Dak's been playing great this year. I'm not gonna lie. The Cowboys, people want to judge the Cowboys so crazy after each game. They went through a tough stretch. You see who they played. They went to at Miami. They had to go to Buffalo before that, and then they just played Detroit at home. So that's a tough 3 game stretch. That doesn't decide whether they're going to win a Super Bowl or not. But people are so quick to harp on the Cowboys about how they're inconsistent and stuff like that. But I mean, nobody. I feel like the difference between this year is CD Lamb is that dude. I think CD Lamb,
Sure.
he's entered that conversation as far as being one of the best wide receivers in the league, and the stats show, numbers don't lie. So I think it's just for them just to get over the mental hump. And it also, I don't like the way the NFL playoffs are set up, because Dallas, if they don't win a division, they can go on the road and play the winner of the NFC South, for an example. You know what I'm saying? So it goes off. It doesn't go off a record like the NBA. It goes off of divisional wins, or if you win your division, because there can be a shitty team in a shitty division, and they be below 500. But since the Cowboys is in the same division as the Eagles,
Right.
they might not win a division, and they might have to go on the road. So I think that plays a factor into it. But I think it's just getting over that mental slump, man. I think the Cowboys are gonna be all right this year. I think they're gonna go far for sure.
I got you. I got you. Do you think because, man, to touch on what you said, I feel like because I mean, even on the years that we perform well, right? It seems like because you said those divisional games are always the toughest games for us. When we do
Yeah,
make the playoffs, it puts us in a position of where we're already behind the eight ball, because we have probably the toughest game that we're going to play for the first game. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So, um, I think that if we can figure out, like you said, if we can figure out the mental slump, because I had this debate with people all the time. Everybody want to talk about how bad Dallas is, and this and that.
Not bad
Like,
at all,
Dallas
though. Yeah,
doesn't lose during the regular season. If you count the last 5
right.
years, how many games they've lost in the regular season, it's probably fewer than most. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I think if as long as we can, because I feel like we don't, for some reason, the momentum doesn't translate.